Don't be too available. The secret every ex notices instantly. Hi, I'm Coach Abby. Thank you once again for joining me here on Love Advice TV. Love Advice TV is a channel that's been created exclusively for you to assist you in navigating through any relationship challenges you may be facing. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most overlooked secrets in attraction, one that every ex, every potential partner, and even every friend subconsciously notices. And that is the art of not being too available. I think we can all agree that we all crave connection. We all do. When we love, we want to show up, we want to nurture, we want to prove care. That's natural. But when you're too available, the energy changes. You go from being magnetic to being predictable. And here's the truth. Availability isn't the problem. It's the over-availability that dilutes mystery. Think of it like, I don't know, perfume, let's say. A little draws people closer, but too much and it overwhelms the senses. When your presence is everywhere, your ex stops innately leaning in. They don't have to. You're there. They stop wondering, where is she? What's he up to? They don't need to. But Abby, you keep saying, my clients that I love and I cherish so much. But it's the questions that I try to bring out in my videos to bring life to them. It's, Abby, I know I need to let them know that I'm here, that I'm the rock, Abby. I need to let them know that I am unconditionally available. I always say, not so fast. Please, not so fast. Let's step into their perception. When you reply instantly and you cancel plans and you're always saying yes, they subconsciously think, I can reach out anytime. She's still there. It removes the curiosity, and curiosity is what keeps emotional electricity alive. Humans by design value effort. When something or someone requires even a little patience, the mind labels it as important. So when you're constantly reachable, you unintentionally tell them, you're still my priority, even if I'm not yours. Now, is that what you really want to convey? I want you to be honest with yourself right now, this very moment. Ask yourself, why am I so available? Is it because it's just my nature? Or is it because of fear? Do you respond instantly because you're thoughtful? Or because that silence scares you and makes you anxious? You know, I want you to know I've been there. I know how it feels. I know all these questions that we have. But what is important is that most of us have to really understand what the truth really is. When availability is driven by fear or loss, it stops being love and it starts being about self-protection. You know, love, when we offer love from overflow, it magnetizes, but love offered from fear repels. So, you know, if you're unsure whether your openness, and some of us are, we're not sure, because our mind can tell us so many things. It has sort of like an imprinted narrative that we've told ourselves. But if you think that it comes from love or fear, this being available, it's time to pause really and reflect. You may want to go ahead and take that free assessment questionnaire link below. It's designed to help you see where your emotional boundaries stand and which approach best aligns with attracting your ex back, because it's always about re-attracting our exes back. You know, awareness doesn't close your heart. It refines it. So let's touch a bit on the psychology of space. So when someone pulls away, your first instinct might be to close the distance, to fill silence with words or gestures or presence. It's normal because silence sometimes speaks very loud and it creates anxiety. But attraction you have to understand, grows in that space, not in saturation. Space creates oxygen. It gives the relationship room to breathe. And it gives you time to remember who you are outside of it. You need to understand that absence isn't punishment. Whenever I remotely refer to no contact, ever, my clients, they initially gasp, only to realize that it is the best possible way to diffuse the remnants of confusion often left behind after a breakup. It lets your excess nervous system feel the contrast, as well as yours. Now, the difference between the energy being there and it suddenly being still, that stillness is the contrast. That stillness is powerful. It's where longing begins. This isn't about playing games, not at all, please. It's about energetic balance. You're not retreating to manipulate. You're looking to restore your emotional rhythm, let's say. When you want to respond immediately, you're coming from a place of anxiety. When you wait before replying, you're teaching them to listen again. You're reminding them that your attention must be valued, that it's just not there. And that reminder is where respect returns. Once again, my clients often ask, Abby, how do I embody unavailable energy? I mean, if they're not even around, how am I supposed to embody that? For the purpose of this video, I'll simplify it with the following tips. Tip 1, delay naturally. Stay present before panicking. Tip 2, diversify your focus. Engage in something that keeps your mind off this whole what happens next limbo, which we all have. Because should I respond? Should I not respond? Should I do? Should I not? What about if I don't? What are they going to say? Keeping us stuck in the emotional waiting room. You need to create magnetic energy. And tip 3, you decline gracefully. You're saying, I can't right now. I can't right now isn't rejection. It's boundary. Tip 4 is be unpredictable in the healthiest way, not to confuse them, but to let your growth surprise them. They need to see that challenge. They need to see that before them, she's different. He's no longer waiting. It's that mystery that's so magnetic. Now, I know these tips sound easier said than done, and they are. It feels easier said than done because they're difficult. They feel challenging. Remember, you don't have to figure it out all alone. You really have so many sources available to you besides our videos, besides all kinds of therapy and coaching and what have you. But I personally invite you to book a one-on-one session with me. And together, I feel confident we can create a personalized strategy for your exact situation. Now, sometimes one conversation filled with clarity can undo months of confusion. So what if you do create the space and they pull further away? That is one of the biggest panics. And I know it's painful, but find comfort knowing who they are also under pressure. It may reveal that they thrived when you held onto that emotional rope that kept the relationship together. And the second you let them go, they went back into their comfort zone. So it's okay. Let them wobble. Let them notice. Let them be quiet. It's not rejection. It's revelation towards you. You get to see their real them. Their are they ability to stand tall amidst the storm, or do they just crumble and fade away? I'm a firm believer that silence shows more truth than any long conversation ever could. Now, this differs with the energy of mystery. Mystery isn't about hiding. It's about holding. It's holding back just enough of yourself that other chooses to lean in. Mystery says, I'm whole, even when I'm not explaining myself. When you stop narrating your every move, You give your ex something to wonder about, and wondering is that it's that heartbeat of attraction. Mystery is not manipulation, it's maturity and motion. There is a difference between deaf silence and mystery. So how do you become irresistible again? That's one of the biggest questions. When you regulate your emotions, your energy speaks louder than your words. They feel it, that calm composure, that subtle confidence. It pulls them in, and they'll begin to wonder, what has changed? Why don't they, react as they did before? They just feel so different. And the answer is simple. You stopped giving your energy away. You started cultivating inner peace, and peace is magnetic. So as we get to the end of this video, please remember, being too available doesn't make you more loved. It makes you more predictable. Give space. Protect your energy. Lead with quiet confidence. Because when you stop being everywhere, you become truly unforgettable. Thank you once again for joining me today. As always, if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on personal growth, on mending broken relationships, and everything in between. Until next time, I'm Coach Abby.